Hello, everyone. Sharon Aka here, Chief for EFM Legal Assistance and Policy. Let us continue our discussion of IEP content requirements as established by the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. Today, we will talk about LRE and related services. LRE, or Least Restrictive Environment, is a term I introduced in our videos on acronyms. Hopefully, you've had an opportunity to review it, but if not, please check it out. Special education has its own alphabet soup. Being familiar with the terms of art will help you on your special education journey. Today, we will also talk a little bit about related services and what that means in reference to your child's IEP. IDEA establishes that the first option for a child's placement is in the least restrictive environment. This means placement in the general education classroom at the school this child would attend if not disabled. Supplemental aids and services may be necessary in order for your child to navigate the educational curriculum within the general education classroom. However, if this is achievable, then this is the desired placement as it would be the least restrictive environment. Just a reminder, your participation in placement decisions is important. You may also hear the term fully integrated. When you hear fully integrated, think that your child is in the general education curriculum, which is what the law prefers. Not fully integrated implies that your child's classes are not necessarily all in the mainstream setting. They are not necessarily all occurring within the general education classroom. The school has to take into account your child's unique needs as they develop the IEP, and in instances, perhaps an alternative setting, such as special education classrooms, may be more appropriate in order to meet your child's academic and functional advancement. This chart is pretty much what I have just explained to you, except in a picture format. The least restrictive environment means that your child is in a general education classroom. But perhaps your child needs some or all of their educational instruction in a special education classroom. Your child may need a special school or be in a homebound setting. The most restrictive environment would be in a hospital or residential setting. The question is whether or not your child can be successful within a general education classroom. If the answer is yes, then they should be placed there. If not, we will move along the continuum on the chart. Can your child be successful in a special education classroom with related services delivered in that setting and with accommodations or modifications? If yes, your child should be placed in a special education classroom. We then continue through the continuum of alternatives, one at a time, repeating the questions until a yes is obtained. Related services are developmental, corrective, or supportive services that your child needs to meet their measurable goals and to receive a free and appropriate public education. The IEP should include the frequency, duration, location, and projected date for each related service. This may include modifications or supports provided by the school personnel. Here is another tip that many parents may not know. Parents or guardians may receive training as part of a related service. This could be geared towards understanding your child's disability or perhaps replicating at home strategies that are used at school. Here are some examples of related services: speech and language therapy, occupational therapy, adaptive physical education, physical therapy, psychological counseling or behavioral support, transportation, and extended school year services. As always, I remind you that your legal assistance attorneys at your local base stand ready to assist. In order to find your local legal assistance attorney, please scan the QR code on your screen or visit us at this website. Thank you again. I hope you've been able to join me throughout the video series, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video on IEPs.